stat sheet, 50 points in the paint. And that's disappointing. We've talked a lot about guarding the rim, guarding the paint, help defense, and we have to embrace that we're going to have a good defensive unit as a team to really shut teams down. I mean, they had a big lineup. They had a strong lineup. We have to be there for each other. It can't be just about the post players. But you know, there's a lot of little things that go into that.
Looking into Saturday, obviously, a chance to kind of get things very quickly. I know I asked them on the same thing. How hard was it thinking about a game on Saturday? The way these players have absolutely no option but to keep their heads up.
Yeah, I think you get back to work tomorrow, and we get a workout in. We lock in and focus on New Orleans, and you know, one day at a time. But we do have to correct the fundamentals of our defense, and we have to bring that energy for 40 minutes. And the bench has to come. I mean, we got guys now that are coming off the bench because of foul trouble or whatever. They got to come in with the focus and understand the game plan, and not. We can't beat ourselves. You know, turnovers, bad shots, lack of execution, those things will get you beat just about every time. And tomorrow we'll talk about that a lot. We'll watch tape, and we got to get we have to get back on track. And I believe we will Saturday. You know, that's got to be our focus. We have to have a little bit of confidence, knowing we can win that ball game. We should come in expecting to win that basketball game.
What about extensively about the Western Kentucky program, put in the context of 5-game losing season? Where is this team right now?
It's a good question. I think we're searching, and that's probably a good way to look at it. I think we don't have much of an identity. I think when you're a team that's energized sometimes and looks like a lack of energy sometimes, I don't think you have an identity. I don't think there's really anything that you look at with our basketball team and say they do this very well. And that's a problem. That's the problem right now. And you start with the basics and you start with the fundamentals just to give yourself a chance to win. I said this last year many a time. I said we could lose the rest of our ball games if we don't play hard. And there's a certain element of fear that ends up kind of getting in your head too, saying, man, I don't want to lose all these games. And you know, that's sinking in some right now. You hope that's sinking in because it's reality. It's reality. Teams in the Sun Belt are getting a little bit better. Our confidence isn't very good right now, and we're not a very good basketball team right now as a team. We got to get better. Yeah, I think tomorrow will be a lot of talk about, hey, where do we go from here? You know, what do we do? You know, one, you never forget what's getting you beat, and that's where you don't forget this feeling. You don't want to feel like this. What do you got to do to change it? And then everybody understanding that everybody has a part in it. Everybody's going to have to improve. We say this a lot. It's going to take everybody in the locker room. And everybody's got to come in and play a little part. Got to play a little part. Got to be a little bit of help, energy-wise. Got to, you know, if you're only playing a few minutes, you got to come in and you got to really try to take us to another level. Yet be focused. You got to be focused. And you know, these guys that have not been through this, that are veterans, you listen to Steffphon Pettigrew's comments, and you know, it means a lot to him. He puts a lot of blame on himself, and you don't want that to happen too much, but you see that he's going to learn from his mistakes, and he's going to step it up. And that's the kind of stuff, the character that we really need as a team. And that's where I'm confident we're going to get this thing turned around. I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's a little bit of an excitement about getting Serge back. He brings a lot to the table. And I told the coaches this today. I do think when he went down, there was a little bit of a, you know, man, we just lost a really good piece of this puzzle. And I sensed that when he broke his foot the next day going into the Louisville game. I kind of sensed the feeling in the locker room a little bit. And so you know, the other side of that equation is now him getting back into the fold. I do think there is a little bit of excitement. But it's the same situation, I think. If you put one more player out there, if we'll continue to play how we're playing, you know, not a lack of effort and lack of the focus and energy as a team, we're still going to have our bad days. And he does help, but he's not the only answer. Thanks, guys.